The beast that feeds on blood. How Israel, backed by the US and Europe, destroys every hope for ceasefire. Once again, and again and again, Israel has found a lie big enough to justify the continuation of its genocide in Gaza. Each time the world dares to whisper the word ceasefire, Israel fabricates a new incident, a new provocation, a new security threat that allows it to resume bombing hospitals, schools, and refugee camps. Every time the international community demands an end to the killing, Israel invents a reason why peace must wait. The lies change, the blood does not. The endless excuse machine. For decades, Israel has perfected a machine that transforms its own violence into self-defense. A single rocket, often fired in response to years of blockade and occupation, becomes a reason to flatten an entire neighborhood. A rumor of tunnels under a hospital becomes permission to bomb ambulances filled with children. A fabricated ceasefire violation becomes the pretext for another wave of destruction. And while Gaza burns, the same script is repeated in Washington, Brussels, and Tel Aviv. Israel has the right to defend itself. But defend itself from what? From the people it has starved, besieged, and displaced for generations? From the mothers who dig their children's bodies out of the rubble with bare hands? From the doctors who operate without anesthesia under bombings financed by American taxpayers? Israel is not defending itself. It is defending its occupation, its apartheid, and its addiction to domination. And every time the fire slows, it invents a reason to pour gasoline again. The U.S., supplier of weapons, silencer of truth. The United States, the self-proclaimed leader of the free world, is not a mediator of peace. It is Israel's enabler, its banker, and its lawyer in every international forum. Every bomb that falls on Gaza carries a serial number linked to Washington. Every veto cast in the UN Security Council is another stamp of approval for slaughter. American officials speak of restraint while signing new arms packages. They talk of humanitarian corridors, while fueling the planes that bomb them. The hypocrisy is breathtaking, but it is also systematic. The U.S. has built its foreign policy on the idea that some lives matter more than others, and Palestinians have never been counted among those that matter. The same Congress that cannot provide health care for its citizens or forgive student debt finds billions every year for the Israeli war machine. American media outlets, drenched in corporate and lobby money, recycle Israeli talking points and erase Palestinian suffering with words like clashes and conflict, as if genocide were a mutual misunderstanding. Europe, the cowardly spectator. And Europe? Europe hides behind statements of concern, while trading arms and technology with Israel. It preaches human rights to Africa and the Middle East, yet funds the very apartheid it claims to oppose. European leaders, terrified of being labeled anti-Semitic, have turned silence into complicity. They cry for Ukraine but turn their backs on Gaza. They sanction Russia but reward Israel. They parade moral superiority while watching children die live on screen, and still refuse to act. The EU, that once dreamed of being a guardian of peace, has become a graveyard of principles. Each new Israeli lie, each false accusation, each staged ceasefire breach, is swallowed whole by European diplomats too spineless to confront the truth, that Israel is not defending itself. It is committing a genocide with their consent. The beast that must be stopped. Israel has become a beast that feeds on blood, and the West keeps it alive. Every time the world asks for calm, it finds a new reason to kill. It thrives on fear, on destruction, on propaganda. It cannot survive without war because peace would expose its crimes. And as long as the United States and Europe protect it, it will continue, destroying not just Gaza but the very soul of humanity. History will remember. It will remember the faces of children buried under dust, the silence of leaders who claimed to stand for justice, and the journalists who dared to call it by its real name, genocide. Ceasefires will come and go, but peace will never exist until the world stops pretending that the monster in the room is misunderstood. Israel has turned lies into policy and genocide into strategy, and the West has turned complicity into diplomacy. The blood of Gaza stains every hand that looked away.